We left Escalante this afternoon after lunch. Instead of hitching back to where the main Hayduke route goes, we are taking an alternate that we were able to walk a dirt road right out of Escalante, not have to worry about hitching. We're pretty far ahead of schedule now since kind of had to bail out and take care of my hands and skip a few miles. But the good news is that means we can add the extensions for Bryce Canyon and Zion, which I'm pretty excited about because those are two areas I've wanted to check out more. And we can always come back later and pick up some of those miles that we skipped. My hands are feeling a lot better than they were the other day. They're still really kind of tingly and itchy, but they don't hurt. So I got some sun gloves. So, because I think the sunscreen was irritating it a little bit. And hopefully, if there's some kind of plant out here that I'm really allergic to, the sun gloves will help keep that off of me too. I also didn't love that sun hoodie that I was wearing before, so I'm trying this other one. I don't know if anybody cares about gear stuff.
Be able to gift some people.
Yeah. I haven't been filming much because not too much exciting has been going on the last couple days. Just kind of traveling across some high sagebrush desert on mostly Jeep roads, a little bit of cross country. But today should be some excitement. Gonna get down into some slot canyons. Last night was probably our coldest night so far. I think it got down into the mid 20s, maybe even low 20s. All our water bottles were frozen, and definitely been colder than we expected on this trail so far. Expected it to have some cold nights, but not until the really cold stuff should be the north rim of the Grand Canyon because of the high elevation. But we've had probably 2 or 3 nights get down into the 20s so far. All right, here's the slot canyon we're about to drop into. It's so cool you can barely even see it from here. Yeah, it starts to open up down there, and that's where we'll be hiking.
Hi. I guess I could see if you're a baby and you've never done any climbing before, this would be scary, but it's really not that bad. Yeah, that was cake, dude. I think this was easier than the class 4 chimney.
I think my advice for people that want to do the Hayduke is just join a climbing gym for like a month before you do this and practice doing down climbs and stuff like that, because we've read people's trail journals and they had a lot of trouble with some of this stuff, and we're not like the world's greatest climbers or anything by any means, but this has been, it's been cool, but it hasn't been super scary or anything.
Yeah. Also, don't read any trail journals beforehand. They'll psych you out.
This is so cool. Holy shit.
The right beta, but this is the tall, lanky person beta. So glad I switched my pants.
I really like these shoes so far, but they have this fancy knit uppers that's the new hotness right now that all the running companies are doing. And that's great most of the time because they're breathable and they're comfortable, they dry fast. But in these really fine sand, it just lets tons and tons of sand into my shoe. And don't tell me to get gaiters, because I had gaiters and they only go to here and the sand's coming through here and through the actual mesh. Oh, this water's so cold. think the highs and lows of this trail are really something else. Like yesterday we were in that slot canyon for the morning and it was absolutely beautiful. Then the whole rest of the day was just an absolute slog through like really powdery, loose sand. Every step was difficult and the scenery was all right. It wasn't enough to keep you distracted and it was pretty exposed and hot. Then you get to night and it's really cold. And then this morning has been kind of more of the same, like really exposed, sandy, hard to walk. But then, yeah, you'll every now and then drop into a canyon or something and it's like one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. A totally amazing experience. But I think that's the real difficulty of this trail. It hasn't really been as physically challenging as some of the more mountainous trails that I've done, with a lot of elevation change and hiking up and down. It's relatively flat, so it's not that strenuous. It's just either just kind of torturously slow or really beautiful, and not a whole lot in between. We finally found another Hayduke hiker. We're camping with him tonight. Say hi, Captain Jack. So last night we camped in Sheep Creek Canyon, and I'm happy to say it was the first night for this trip that it was actually warm the entire night. Didn't wake up cold at all. Didn't have to worry about drafts or anything, just nice and cozy. It did rain a little bit, but that's probably what helped keep it a little warm, to be honest. The cloud cover can hold some of the heat down instead of it just getting sucked out into space. We left camp a little before Captain Jack, but we just have like an easy 7-mile hike out. I'm actually almost done with it, to a trailhead. And then we're gonna hitchhike into a town called Tropic, and we need to buy some food there. We'll probably end up getting a hotel room and staying for the night. Do a little laundry and catch up with family. Yeah, then head out the next day. We're gonna leave Tropic and actually do an extension, since we skipped ahead some miles because of my hands, which are looking really bad, but they feel a lot better. But yeah, we're gonna do this extension into Bryce Canyon. We get to see a little more of that national park, because the original trail just kind of cuts across the edge of it, and we want to go a little deeper in and see more of Bryce. So we didn't ask Captain Jack if he's doing that, so he might get back ahead of us again, or maybe he'll do the Bryce extension with us.
Down my wild desire.